Bruce Kuhn, how long has it been since we've seen one another, my friend? Welcome to the Friedman Adventures studio here at beautiful 22nd Street Landing.
I can't tell you what a pleasure it is, and the answer to your question is 33 years.
Oh my!
You haven't changed a bit.
I'm still a maniac.
Still as ugly as.
You too, for that matter. Thank you for coughing into the mic. Our people are going to love that.
You're supposed to cough into your elbow.
Now you've already got your microphone turned around, so let me help you out here. Don't move. Oh, this is going to be a great interview, I can see. Yeah. Okay, you okay over there?
No, I'm good.
All right, perfect.
It's throat cancer. It's okay.
All right, hey, so I mean, you and I have a sordid past. We can talk a little bit about that, but let's cut right to the chase here.
Yes.
The largest Cabezon ever caught.
Yes. On rod and reel.
On rod and reel, yeah, I assume. Do you normally catch things on a kite or something?
No, they shoot the bastards with a spear gun.
Okay, all right.
That is not, that's a spear gun record.
Okay.
I have the rod and reel record, and I've held the record for 65 years. I know it's hard looking at me. That's how old I am, but 65 years I've held the record on the cap.
Oh, so you speared that? Let me think. When you were about 40? Aren't you like 190 right now?
I was getting ready to graduate high school, 1958, April 20, out of Loyola High School in L.A.
Wow, Jesuit school.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And I was on the books there, getting ready to graduate, and I said, well, you know what? I'm sick of the books. I'm going fishing. And I went down to the Santa Monica Pier. There used to be a fishing outlet there.
Yeah.
Universal Schuler ran the show there.
Okay.
Bunch of nice boats, and they all fished right there in the bay. And I went down to get on a boat I fished for years called the Indiana. And it was broken down, so they protected me on a boat called the Kiora, Captain Jerry. And it was a 2 half days. You know, you go out in the morning, come back at noon, go back out again. Well, we went out, morning run, not so effective.
Yeah.
Afternoon run, we go out to Santa Monica Canyon, right in front of the LA International Airport.
Okay.
Planes are taking off right over the boat. You know? We're out there, and the captain yells, okay, that's it, wind them up. And I no sooner get the wind them up than my pole bends double.
Yeah.
For 25, 30 minutes, I'm fighting this fish.
You're fishing with live squid?
I'm fishing with a no longer available, give me the name.
Sardine.
No.
Anchovy.
See, when you're 81, your recall memory goes right down the toilet.
Yes, I can tell.
We've
got plenty of time. You have till midnight.
Silver lure.
Crocodile.
Spoon front. Spoofer.
A spoofer.
They don't make them in.
I know. Yeah, everybody out there is like, what the hell is this spoofer? Yeah. There's enough old guys out there.
It was a very effective lure.
Yes.
They sold like crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you made a cast and it sank down to the bottom, I'm guessing.
I'm bottom 120 feet.
Yeah.
And the captain yells, okay, that's it, wind them up. So I'll get to winding them up, and as I'm winding it up, the pole goes down. 25, 30 minutes, I'm fighting this thing.
Does anybody take a guess as to what you have?
It's a shark.
Yeah.
It's a shark. You know, the captain says, listen, we got to get back to the pier.
Let's cut it off. Was there any of that talk?
There was that talk.
Yeah.
After about 20 minutes, you know, and I said, I'm not cutting this off, and I see what the hell it is.
Yeah, right.
So I'm cranking, and all of a sudden some guy yells, color. And the deckhand says, geez, look at the size of that lingcod, will you? And Jerry says, it's not a lingcod, look at it, it's a Cabezon.
Oh my God.
And the deckhand says, Cap, have you ever seen a Cabezon that big before? And the deckhand has a gaff.
Yeah.
And Jerry goes, geez, whatever you do, don't gaff that thing, man. Get the net out and put him in the front bait tank. We have no bait in there, and we'll keep him when we get to the pier. We'll put him in a receiver there at the pier because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
And we want to take this fish to California Fish and Game.
Oh, yeah, because the people over there like Cabezon fish tacos? Is that what they were doing?
May I tell you that's probably how it ended up.
All right, well, I was only joking. But
no, this was Sunday.
Yeah.
So the next morning, Monday, Versal called the California, what the hell do they call it? It was the California Marine Lab.
Okay.
Marine Resources Laboratory on Terminal Island. It's gone now. They have these cranes that are picking up things.
Yeah.
You know, it used to be.
Making money instead of helping the environment.
We got this fish, and we want you to come up and take a look at. Now, this is the California Marine Resources Laboratory.
Yeah.
This was not my buddy Bubba. No offense, Bubba. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some real.
This is the real deal. Government arm of the government.
I'll give you an idea.
Charged with.
If you go online and call up the name John Fitch,
Yeah.
he was probably the most prominent ichthyologist and marine biologist working for the state of California.
Yes.
There were a number of people, very prominent ichthyologists, biologists.
Yeah.
And
this was back in this time, obviously.
This is back in '58.
Okay. I was born in '58.
Were you?
Yeah, that makes
I
you
was
really
fishing,
old.
I was fishing on your birthday.
Man,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah, I knew we had
What time of the year was this?
I knew we had April 20th.
Oh, close.
Getting ready to quit school, go to college.
Yeah.
So anyway, I bring it up. They call up the fish and game department. The game warden shows up with the game warden truck. They put the fish in a wet burlap sack, throw it in the trunk of this guy. If they would have measured it at Santa Monica Seafood, it probably would have weighed a pound more.
Yeah.
But they hauled that thing all the way from Santa Monica Pier all
Dehydrates.
the way to Terminal Island.
Yeah.
It had a wet wrap on it, but still,
Yeah.
it's losing.
Were they
fluids.
impressed when they saw it? Or were they like
Impressed?
impressed?
Oh,
Not depressed. Were they impressed? Did they say, "Oh my God, look at it"? Or did they like, "Give me that damn thing"? As part of their job, or were you there?
I wasn't there.
Okay.
I wasn't there. I'm getting it secondhand, but he hauls it down there. Like I say, some of the greatest ichthyologists and biologists working for fish and game looked at this baby, and they recorded it as the largest cabezon ever caught on rod and reel, 23 pounds, 4 ounces, 39 inches long. Biggie.
Wow.
The biggest ever recorded.
23 what?
23.4.
Well,
now, if you go online, record cabezon, and all of a sudden you get on there, you'll see a pop-up. Largest cabezon ever caught, 25 pounds. Yes. And I take my hat off to the guy that caught the 25-pounder. But he didn't catch it. He shot it with a spear gun. Totally different discipline
Absolutely.
than fishing or spear gun.
Yes, I agree.
So I've got the record. If you Google record cabezon, Bruce Kuhn, Kuhn, there is a story that I wrote.
On Bloody Decks, right? Or
On Bloody Decks.
Yeah.
On Bloody Decks. He was real nice. That guy really did a number for me.
Oh, that's nice.
You ought to see, yeah, you ought to see the article. He dug up pictures from the 50s and put them in there, you know.
Of your cabezon?
No, we never got a picture of the cabezon.
Whoa.
We never got a picture. But the clincher is the California Department of Fish and Game ichthyologists. You don't say they're lying. They looked at this thing.
I might say they're lying.
I have a certificate.
You believe all the experts now, huh? No, I'm only kidding. Go ahead.
There's a certificate in that article
Yeah?
that confirms my catch, how large it was, when I caught it, how I caught it, yada, yada, yada.
Is it in whatever book it is that says the largest cabezon ever taken?
Absolutely.
And your name and everything? Didn't you tell me that I told you that you were the guy who... Didn't you tell me that? I don't remember this.
All right, let me give it to you in English. Okay. You have honorable mention in the article on BD Outdoors.
Oh.
It went like this.
I can't wait to see it now. I don't give a crap about you, but I'm in it. Now it's getting interesting.
I almost had him take your name out, but I said, this guy's famous. This is 976 tuna, for God's sake.
And that's my past. It's Friedman Adventures now.
It is Friedman. And
yes.
You know, considerably better operation, I think.
Oh, well, now, thank you.
I think now than the other is at this point.
Well, let's not say anything.
No, I'm not saying anything bad.
Yes.
I'm just saying that you probably have a little edge here. Anyway, where was I before I so rudely interrupted
So you were
myself?
going to try to get my name removed from the article, but it played an integral part in it.
When you read the article, and I'm going to give you just one paragraph.
Okay, yeah, you can spill it all now.
When you read the article, you'll see that I caught the fish.
What's the
in 1958, 65 years ago.
Jeez.
I'm sitting with Phil Friedman in Loretto 35 years later at the Isla Coronado outside of Loretto. We're fishing for yellowtail.
And we were fishing for a giant grouper also, as I remember.
Also.
Yeah. And we were going to camp out on a desolate island. I was so thrilled about that.
You killed that.
You really ruined that. I wanted to do that.
I had 2 guides. I had 2 boats. I had tents for everybody. I had food in case the atom bomb came.
And what happened?
You son of a bitch. You said, I'm not sleeping in any tent when there's a 4-star hotel just 30 miles back there.
Yeah, take me back to
Packed
cable
up-
TV and air
Packed
conditioning.
up all this that I set up. I had the guys.
And Eddie
had-
Pacilio was there, right? You, me, and Eddie?
Yeah, Eddie was taking the movie.
Yeah,
he was
that's
doing
right.
the movie.
Yes.
You never published it because I think my profanities wiped out. When you said you didn't want to stay there, I got kind
Oh,
of
yeah, I remember.
I got kind of pissed.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me get back.
I'm much different now, so I will sleep there.
Let me get back
Yeah.
to the Cabezon
Please,
story.
I'm
So
sorry, I
here
didn't-
you and I are sitting in a panga in Coronado Island fishing yellowtail, doing well.
Yeah.
And you look at me in between sips of beer and you say, hey, have you ever caught a Cabezon? I says, hey, funny you should
I just
ask.
brought that up?
You just brought it up. Out of nowhere, floated in. You say, have you ever caught a Cabezon?
Yeah.
I said, well, funny you should ask me that.
I must have been drinking a lot of beer.
We were.
Yeah.
Back in the day, 1958, I
Yeah.
said, I did catch a Cabezon. You said, well, you got to look in the California Department of Fish and Wildlife record book because you have the California record.
How did I know that?
Because you looked that up somehow.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You looked in there to see if I was...
That's freaking crazy.
This is 35 years after I caught this fish.
And you had no idea all that
I
whole
had no
time.
idea. I was a winner.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're at the apex of Cabezon fishing.
there is no better.
Yeah.
There is no,
You
and,
mean,
there will be no better.
it could be blue marlin or some silly fish like that.
Cabezon.
You know, giant trevally. You are the Cabezon king.
Probably one of
and
those.
no one will ever replace you. I don't think.
They'll never catch one bigger than 23
don't
pounds.
think so.
23 pounds.
Yeah.
Now remind yourself, I'm only 4 ounces over the International Game Fish Association record.
Oh, okay.
Now
You mean there was another one caught on rod and reel that was 4 ounces short of that?
Yes, 20 pounds.
Wow.
And caught in Juan de Fuca. Straits of Shorts up there.
Yeah, watch the way you say that because it's
I
a
know.
family show.
Got the new bridge in. Man, I
Yeah.
gotta be careful. P's and F's.
One day, Fuca.
Fuca.
Yeah, keep it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
QUE. Again, where was it before? So really, yes. So you tell me I've got the record.
Yeah.
I don't believe it because I know you bullshit so much. So I get home, I call Sacramento.
Yeah.
They refer me to another office up in Northern California. What's the name? Starts with an A. Northern California.
Starts with an A.
I don't know.
Atascadero. Isn't that where the state prison is?
Anaheim.
That's why I know
Anaheim,
that.
No.
Oh.
Anyway, they put me over to the guy who heads up the record keeping for the state of California for the largest fish caught in the state of California.
Uh-huh.
So I call the guy and I say, hey, my name is yada, yada, yada. He says, well, send me the article. So I send him the article. He has gone on record into the computers and he found the original certificate
Oh, he did.
that I had caught this fish. Verified. 23 pounds, 4 ounces. Caught on April the 20th, 1958. Guaranteed. California Department of Fish and Game logos. Signed at the bottom. Has one of these little things, confirming that it's
Right.
good. They sent the thing to me.
Oh my God, that's great.
I have had that now since you told me I had the record.
Wow.
You see this guy?
What a small world.
He's been a part of my life, this guy. A big part, because I tell him, hey, do you fish? No. Well, I hold the California Garibaldi. Don't tell him I catch
Yeah,
Garibaldi.
whatever it
At a
is.
30
Don't
pound-
touch that now. You're going to screw your microphone up. Yeah. What? The Garibaldi or the Cabezon. Yeah, and in fact, when you first showed up here today, James came in here and he goes, hey, Phil. And I said, yeah, what's up, James? And he said, there's some guy that says he caught a Cabezon looking for you. I go, oh, yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
Anyway,
You've been talking about that for 65 years.
and loving it.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody whether they want to hear it or not.
Yeah. Well, whether they're interested in fishing or not,
And
right?
when I'm on a boat, the captain always gets on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very pleased today to have aboard
Bruce?
Bruce Kuhn, the holder of the largest Cabezon ever caught in the history of rod and reel fishing.
In the history of California sport fishing. That's why
get
this is such an important moment.
And I insist.
And you're how old now?
81.
Yeah, so I mean, it's important we do this interview. You might plot tomorrow.
I know it's hard to tell 81, but it's in there.
You
somewhere.
don't look a day over 106.
I get free beer all day long.
Where?
on the boat when they find out I was the guy holding the record. Hey, let me buy you a beer.
Do you have to present this?
I'm next.
Do you have to show the certificate, or do they take your word for it?
Oh no, you just have to go online and Google, and there it is.
There
the
you are.
certificate is right there.
Yeah, and they look at your driver's license and make sure it's same name and everything.
They do, and then I got a tattoo back here. I got a tattoo.
Yeah, I'll pass on
Record
that.
Cabezon.
I don't need to see that.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's just above the belt line.
Perfect.
And I pride myself.
Honestly, that's a hell of a catch.
Well, it's not the largest marlin. It's not the largest.
No, but it's a really cool fish. A giant cabezon like that?
For those of you who have never seen a cabezon, it is the largest of the sculpin family. Scorpionychthys marmoratus. Look that up, and you'll see that the cabezon is the largest of the sculpin family. It has green flesh like a lingcod has on occasion.
Yeah.
And what you don't want to do if you catch one is eat the roe. Because if you eat the roe, there's a good chance you're going to croak. It is highly toxic.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Yeah.
highly toxic.
Yeah.
I've never had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of dead friends of mine had. They loved it.
Right. That's why I wanted to get this interview in before you had some in plots.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
It's the largest of the species.
Yeah.
And I take pride in knowing that I have done that. Like I say, it's not a marlin, it's not a yellowfin tuna, it's a fish that if you look at it, double ugly.
Yeah, right.
Double ugly fish.
It looks. I can see why the guy said, "Look at the size of this lingcod."
It looked like
kind
a
of,
lingcod.
right?
Yeah, lingcod's a little long.
Yeah,
there.
right.
It has scales. Cabezon has no scales. Cabezon has these little guys.
Does a cabezon it doesn't have teeth like a lingcod, does it? I don't think so. I don't know.
I never saw it.
Anybody out there put a comment on our channel?
It never smiled at me. I never saw it.
Yeah, you should put your finger in there.
Yeah,
that's a good way to test.
That's good.
So that was on what boat again?
That was on the Kaiora. Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
The sequence of events leading up to the capture.
Oh, I can't wait.
Goes like this.
Please, we don't want to omit any of these important details.
I've got it all written down right here.
All right, perfect.
I call up and I book myself, as I have since I was a little kid, 7 years old, on the Indiana.
Yeah.
Now this is a boat that used to be a fire boat in San Pedro here during the Second World War.
Yeah.
It was built in 06. 06.
Right.
That's 1906.
You gotcha.
Still fishing. Anyway, I call up, I book myself. Bruce, they know me. Bruce, we're real sorry. The Indiana's not going to run. We're going to put you on the Kaiora with Captain Jerry. Half day, 2 half days.
Who ran the Indiana?
Orrin Winfield.
Okay.
This guy ran that since it ever came out. He was the skipper on that.
Okay.
And he always had a little flask right here during the day.
Make sure to get through the rough parts of the day.
I was wondering when we got close to the pier if he got that thing on that hook.
Yeah.
No, we're going right through the pilings
Yeah.
here.
Boom.
Yeah, he was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
And he thought the sun rises and set on my ass because I was a young kid fishing on it when I was 7. My dad used to take me down, drop me off on the pier, put me on the boat, come back when the boat came in.
Yeah, and you're a polite kid and everything else. So sometimes they don't run into that kind of kid.
At
so
my age, I had no profanities.
Yeah,
I was really pretty straight.
You really did well learning your profanities later in life.
Didn't I?
Yeah.
That's bilingual.
Yeah,
English and fluent in profanity.
I know that.
Now,
Continue on
with
these unusual circumstances.
If I may, here.
Keep going.
So, I'm sorry. I thought that was Donald Duck out there.
Oh, that's Janelle. So he's got an eye for the pretty ladies, Janelle.
Yes.
I was here on the Donald Duck.
Yeah, I know. He's good at that.
Awesome.
Girls love my duck. No, actually, kids and dogs love my duck. Ladies hate it.
I love it.
Do you?
I love it.
You want my card?
Sure.
Yeah, hey, we're in the middle of a podcast there. You can hit on Janelle later.
Janelle,
But while you're on the podcast,
Yes.
if you can make an announcement, we need like a few more people.
On the Freedom.
Yeah.
I will take care of that for you.
Good.
Yeah.
Do it in the duck voice. That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
perfect.
well, you better get upstairs. The phone's going to start ringing any second.
I got that, Janelle.
Awesome. Thank
Yes.
you, guys.
Thank you, Janelle.
You're continue.
Do you remember where I was? I don't.
Yeah, you were talking about. We asked who the captain of the.
So they protect me on the Kaiora.
Yeah.
This is a half-day boat runs, half day in the morning, half day.
Yeah.
So I jump on. Now the reason I say sequence of events because if the Indiana would have run, I'd have never caught this fish.
Yeah.
If they hadn't protected me on the Kaiora, I would have never caught this fish. Out we go. First time out, morning, nothing. Second time out, like I say, just before they say, come on
How
in.
was fishing up to the point you hooked that big fish? Crappie still in the afternoon?
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I was going to say crappie too.
Oh,
But isn't that a freshwater fish?
it is.
Oh,
Crappie or what?
Oh, is it crappie?
I don't know.
I knew it had a PPY.
Something like that, yeah.
Anyway, am I getting out of line here on
No,
this
keep
interview?
going.
No? So, like I say, captured the fish, got the record. I submitted to IGFA, International Game Fish Association, with support from the Commissioner of California Department of Fish and Game, a letter personally signed by him verifying the fact that I caught this fish, and they have the documentation to prove it. And do you know what IGFA
Don't
said?
mess with your microphone. What?
Screw you. You don't have a picture.
Oh my goodness.
But
really?
we have the support and the backup of probably some of the most competent ichthyologists in the state of California saying that they've seen this fish, they measured it, they weighed it, this is the fish.
Wow.
And their answer was, up yours. Now, I'm going to ask your viewers, if you don't mind.
Yes, please. If you need them
don't
to
mind.
go on a letter writing campaign or an email campaign or
All
whatever you want to do.
All I need is I want other anglers who might be in the same position to
Oh, a class action lawsuit I hear coming on.
yes. No, I want a confirmation from other anglers stating that I have the record. And the only way you can do that is to read the article in Google, Record Cabezon, BD Outdoors, Bloody Decks Outdoors.
Can you go to BD Outdoors and search it, or
You probably can go BD Outdoors, Record Cabezon. And
Record
And the
Cabezon.
only reason I recommend that, Pier Jones at Pier Fishing,
Yeah.
he did the article too, but the BD has pictures in it, which shows you what a spoofer looks. I couldn't even remember the name.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
spoofer. That was a hell of a lure. I'm surprised that they don't use it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
What's old is new again. You should
50
grab one of those and start marketing them again.
I go online to used. You can buy them for $20.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have them out there for.
All right. So
$20.
what do you want my fans to do?
So I want you to go on BD Outdoor News,
Yeah.
Record Cabezon, and I want you to read the article.
Okay.
And it looks like it's going to take forever, but it won't. And when you finish with the article, I
Yes.
want you to decide, do I have the record or don't I have the record?
In fact, not only do that, go to Bloody Decks Outdoors, but I would like you, if you don't mind, after looking at Bruce and sizing him up, you're able to look at him and think to yourself, this is a credible human being, or you might think differently. Put a comment on the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel as to whether you believe this story or not. Is that okay with you?
You couldn't have said it better in English, man.
All
I
right,
swear to
perfect.
God.
I can do it in Spanish.
No, Yiddish?
No,
No.
even with the last name of Friedman, I'm
I was gonna
afraid I'm
say,
a little short there.
there's gotta be a-
Jewish last name, Catholic kid.
Isn't that a mix?
Yeah,
Whoa.
right.
Wouldn't believe it. And that's what I'm looking for. And I've asked anybody who I've told about this fish and the story to do that. And right now, it's running pretty strong that I'm the guy. I'm the guy that holds the record. Now, I know I hold the
Are you
record.
looking for like
I'm looking for
a
confirmation.
parade in Los Angeles or something? Or what are you looking for?
Beverly Hills.
Oh, Beverly Hills. Okay.
Beverly
yeah.
Hills. Wilshire Boulevard, just by, right there at Beverly Hills. Roxford.
Yeah.
Beverly and Roxford.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is.
And that's going to make me feel good that other people believe what I'm saying, because the International Game Fish Association did not believe me. Can you believe that? They don't believe me.
Yeah, I actually can't believe. No, I'm kidding. I do believe you.
But the article, I'll tell you what, the article is a reader. Like I said, I didn't know for 35 years I had the record. And some of my buddies say to me, hey, that's a great article you wrote. Man, you ought to make a movie out of this thing. So I called Brad Pitt. He hasn't called me back yet.
Oh, you want him to play you?
Yeah.
Oh, who
Everybody
else,
said,
right?
Yeah. I called Brad Pitt. I sent him I sent him a little bit of article on what it is. I think he wants to read the article and knows that you confirmed.
Oh, that could push it over the edge.
I've got a movie.
Yeah, right on.
I've got a movie. So I'm suffering from the hardly waits now. He hasn't called me back.
Well, that's a great story. Is there any other details that we've omitted, or is this the story? Because we'll turn it over to our fans and let them take it from here now.
To really get the particulars,
Yes, I know. You got to go read it.
you've got to read it. And it looks
You've
like
said that 13 times now. I don't know if you realize that.
Excuse me, but you need to read the article.
Yes. Okay. 14.
And then if you have a way of getting back to you, Phil.
Yeah,
and
they
saying,
do.
"Hey,
They can put a comment on YouTube.
I read the article and I agree.
And this guy is nuts. Let me tell you.
I agree that Bruce Kuhn, Kuhn, does in fact hold the record for the largest Cabezon caught on rod and reel.
You know, the most amazing part of the story to me is that Phil Friedman broke that news to you in Loretto 35 years ago.
Later.
Drinking copious amounts of beer.
Beer.
Yeah, and hallucinating, undoubtedly.
I'm
That's great.
I'm
That's
sure
funny.
we were.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that a story and a half?
It's a great story.
If it's not true, it's still a great story.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is true, though, right?
Totally.
Yeah. Are any of those deckhands or captains alive?
Nobody.
Probably not, right?
They're all
Everybody's dead, right?
They're all dead. I'm
Yeah.
81, my God.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
You're barely hanging on.
I got one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel at this point. Phil, it's always a slice. talking
Bruce,
to you.
you know what?
I haven't seen this guy for 33 years.
I'm telling you.
We used to fish together. We went down to Loretto together. We used to go out on. I used to get on all of his charters.
Oh my God, we had so much fun. Nick Curcione,
Yeah.
remember Nick?
I remember him.
Monday,
but I
did you come
understand-
down for the Monday night footballs? When
Totally.
Yeah, with the blender and everything.
Yes.
We'd go through a blender a week,
Yes.
pretty much.
Yes. A blender a week, a blender a night. What do you mean a blender a week? Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't remember me. You told me he doesn't remember. Once
Well,
he sees
hopefully-
me and he remembers handsome Bruce, he sees he gets that.
I'm going to send this to him.
Yeah.
You want to say anything to Nick?
Hey, Nick, up yours. You don't remember me.
Yeah, exactly. Eddie Pacilio, who was doing the filming.
Yeah, Eddie.
You want to say
went with-
anything to Eddie?
Hey, Eddie, you were with us in Loretto. You remember the whole story, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
It was great.
He's like, Bruce, who?
You remember we were going to camp out on Coronado Island, and this guy wanted deluxe accommodation. So he had me take 2 boats. I had 2 pongas. I had 2 skippers. I had tents. I had food. I had booze. I had, and he says, "I want to go back to the hotel."
We went on that island.
I
You
wanna go
remember?
back to
There's
the hotel.
frickin' snakes and all kinds of
Snakes,
crap all over there.
Sand fleas. We'd have come back.
I got on there and said, Gilligan, this is awful.
I'm sorry for coughing into the mic.
That's okay. What can you do? You know, when you're 81, those kind of things happen.
You get away with it when you're 81.
Thank you for a lovely lunch upstairs at 22nd Street Landing Bar and Grill. I think it's almost time for you to go out and start trying to impress Janelle. She caught your eye, it looked like to me.
I'm looking for a future ex-wife. I'm single now. Yeah. been married twice. But at 81, it's hard to find a girl. They're all old ladies.
No, that's
I don't
okay.
mind old
What's wrong with
ladies.
that?
I just don't like dating my grandma.
Yeah, that's right. I
You
understand.
know what I mean? And like I say, if I go to the home and if they don't have the tennis balls on the walker, I can catch them.
Perfect.
I can hear them coming, you know? With the tennis balls, you don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to hear those, and then they get
Phil,
a jump on you.
I've had a good time. I can't tell you.
Bruce,
I have looked forward
love you,
to
man.
this.
I really.
We
yeah,
tried
me
to do
too.
this 4 times, and we never could get together. I was at the doctor's. You were at the Smuntnan.
Right.
You were at the wherever it
Well,
was.
we actually have something else in our future now, and that is going to be to go fishing with Rick Effinger up at Marina Del Rey Sportfishing. You've talked to Rick.
Well, I did.
I haven't seen Rick for a couple decades, probably.
And he calls me and says, "Where the hell is Friedman?"
Yeah.
I said, "He's in China." You weren't in China. You were down in Long Beach doing something. I don't know.
Right here.
But he said, when you find Phil, you tell him.
We're definitely going to
we're
go do that.
going
Rick
out
is
on the new Del Mar.
I went to high school with Rick.
Did you?
At Bishop, yeah. Rick changed my life because
he's a cat licker.
yeah, yes.
The kids always used to call me a cat licker because I was Catholic.
Yeah, right. Rick, when I was a junior at Bishop Montgomery High School, I'd see Rick's white pickup truck drive out every morning at 11:30. He was done at school. I'm like, what the heck? So I go, hey, what's the deal? He goes, oh, I got work experience. All you got to do is go down to Barney. Barney ran the Redondo Special, and that's the boat I worked on.
Yeah.
Have him sign your work experience paper, and
You're out.
you're out for the afternoon. Then they give you Barney gives you your grade, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This has got my name on it.
Do they still know you in Redondo? Because when you were a kid, you spent half of your life down
Oh
there.
yeah, I mean, I ran into a guy, Casey, the other day at a tackle store that I haven't seen for 40 years.
40.
Casey, who was on the bait boat and a lobster fisherman, super great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's great to see all those guys. Yeah,
I like flashing back. I like flashing
Me
back.
too. Me too.
The memories are superior. I wish I had pictures of what we did back. Although you You know, we went all the way down to Loretto to fish for yellowtail. We were going to make a movie with
Yeah.
Eddie and you and me.
Let's do it again.
We never made it.
We can still do it.
I got pissed at you because you wouldn't camp out on the damn island with the snakes.
I
and
saw that gopher snake and said, "The hell with this! I don't want any part of this crap."
Yeah. Phil, thanks for having me.
Bruce, great to see you. Want to say anything else? Or do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Hey, goodbye, everybody. Again, I'm going to make it one more time, and I know I sound redundant.
Go ahead.
Google record Cabezon and read the article I wrote for BD Outdoor News. It's going to drive you crazy when you see that the International Game Fish Association turned me down. I need to know if you think I have the record. Thanks, guys. And
Friedman,
ladies.
go ahead.
Thanks,
What?
anglers.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this very special edition of Friedman Adventures, a look back in time with my dear friend, Bruce Kuhn. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, Phil. It's been a slice.